Hey everybody, another Off the Top Rope special Royal Rumble edition here. We're previewing the Royal Rumble. Man, this is going to be a very interesting show. We're approaching around 65, anywhere between 65 and 70,000. This is going to probably be the most attended non-WrestleMania event in the history in the history of WWE. That's remarkable. For the Royal Rumble to draw this is unreal. Lucas Oil Stadium is going to be lit in Indianapolis on Saturday night. I can't wait to see it. Let's start off with the non-Rumble matches. First off, we got 2 out of 3 falls, DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns. First and foremost, I'm so pumped for all 4 of these guys. I love Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. The heel turn's clearly done some wonders for them. I'm so happy for Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley to get an opportunity like this to perform in front of over 60,000 people. I have been following these guys for 15 years, since they were in TNA. These guys revolutionized tag team wrestling. They've come into WWE and done a really great job. Their tag team title reign got abruptly cut short. But this is going to be a phenomenal wrestling match. Very well could steal the show in terms of, you only have another wrestling match, and then obviously you got the Royal Rumble, the Royal Rumbles themselves. But I think it's, if you're going to play hot potato with the tag belts, maybe they do that. I honestly think the DIY is going to win this. I think they'll split with 2 falls, and then it'll come down to some fluky finish where DIY is able to retain as the heel champions. I think you've just made the heel turn with them and established them as, I think you've got to keep the titles on them, at least for now. That being said, I think this is going to be a great showing for Sabin and Shelley. I think maybe there's a possibility that if they lose this, they go in the transfer window and go to Raw or something like that. We figured that out, although there's babyface champions on Raw. So that's another thing that we got to sift through. But yeah, I'll take DIY to win this match. It should be great. I love all 4 of these guys. These guys will beat the crap out of each other. It'll be a high work rate match. This will be a lot of fun. Then we got ladder match, undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes defending against Kevin Owens. Listen, they have built this so well. Kevin Owens and his heel turn has been one of the best characters. To be honest with you, this is the best Kevin Owens has looked maybe in his entire WWE career. And that's saying a lot considering all the stuff that he's done. He's a former NXT champion. He beat John Cena in his first main roster match. He was a Universal champion. I think technically the second ever Universal champion after Finn Balor lost it. And so, yeah, there were some missteps with Kevin Owens, but the amazing thing is he hasn't been a world champion since that point. But yeah, he's accomplished just about everything you possibly can in WWE. Sadly, I don't think he's winning this match. Sami Zayn is damn sure going to play a role in this. They've heavily hinted at that. You better believe that something crazy is going to go down there. Kevin's going to probably do something crazy and do a crazy ladder spot or go through a table. You better believe these guys are going to go out and kill each other in this match. But I think Cody's going to retain. There's way too much invested in Cody. If they were going to give Kevin the title, they would have done it at Saturday night's main event and then would have done this. But they went with the Cody the Cody cheap finish, and then Kevin steals the Winged Eagle title and they go on this whole rampage. Randy Orton maybe gets involved in this in some capacity. He's been off television with that pile driver from months ago. So that's another thing to factor into this. But yeah, I think Cody retains and we move forward. But this match should be great. This has been an awesome feud. Honestly, one of the better things WWE has done in the late portions of 2024 here and going into 2025. All right, Women's Royal Rumble. I've hinted at this, and I've really had to think about a lot of things here because I'm not going to say it hasn't been well built. It just hasn't really been talked about that much. And maybe that's to create the element of surprise with potential surprise entrants in this match. Charlotte Flair's clearly coming back. She's had a bunch of hype videos, so she'll be back. It's going to be great to see her. I would expect Becky Lynch to make her first appearance in half a year, since I never expected her to leave in the first place. There's potential for Nikki Bella to show up. CM Punk has hinted at AJ Lee. The roof will come off of Lucas Oil Stadium if that happens. Jordan Grace has kind of said, I'm not going to be in the Royal Rumble. I've got something to do. I think she's going to be in that. I said there's a strong possibility that if they want to go bold, they go all the way with Jordynne Grace. Some people have said Charlotte's going to win this match. Listen, I understand why people think Charlotte is the obvious pick here, but here's the reality of the situation. We've only done, I think, 8 of these things, these women Royal Rumbles. It's too early to have a 2-time winner, in my opinion. If you bring Charlotte back in on her first match, like, I know a lot of people like Charlotte, but there's a lot of people in the wrestling space who don't like her, think she's overpushed. I don't think Charlotte Flair needs to win this women's Royal Rumble to get to the inevitable match, which they're clearly building to, which is Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania. That's clearly happening. Like, it's not by accident that Charlotte's hype packages have been around Tiffany's matches and promos. So that's clearly happening. Here's what I think is going to happen in regards to Charlotte. I don't think she's winning, but what I do think is going to happen, Elimination Chamber is a month away. Believe it or not, Charlotte Flair has never participated in an Elimination Chamber match. She's never done it. That's never happened. That's astonishing that one of the flag bearers of this women's division has never participated in an Elimination Chamber match. It's going to be a big show. It's in Toronto, in a stadium. I would have Charlotte Flair win the Women's Elimination Chamber, and that's how she gets to Tiffany Stratton. I think that's a much more logical way to go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to say Io Sky wins the Women's Royal Rumble. They've heavily hinted at this. She lost her title. She's been heavily pushed as a babyface the last portion of the year. Her and Rhea would be an unbelievable match at WrestleMania. And yeah, whether Io wins it or not, I just think Io's been such an important part of this women's division since she got called up to the main roster as part of Damage Control a couple years ago. And especially considering she was the champion going into this time of year last year. And now I honestly think this is the one accolade that she hasn't really done yet in her career. So I think Io Sky is going to win the Women's Royal Rumble. I've been taken off of that because that also seems pretty obvious. But who knows? Maybe they surprise us and come out of left field with something. But it just seems like Io Sky, Charlotte, maybe you go with Becky Lynch, but I just don't think they're going to go with the repeat winner. So Liv Morgan is also on the table here. I don't know if they will go there because a lot of people got tired of that. I don't know if they want to go back to Liv Morgan again and just continue this whole thing with Rhea and Liv. But it feels like we got, the finishing touches on that. So that's another option to throw out there. But I'll go with Io Sky to win the Women's Royal Rumble. And then we get to the Men's Royal Rumble. You guys already know how I feel about this. To me, there is only one winner of this match. Some people want to say it's John Cena. John Cena's won 2 of them already. Some people, want to say Roman Reigns. But I love Cody and Roman. I don't think you need to main event WrestleMania with a third consecutive Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns match. The only winner of this match at this point is CM Punk. That's the only choice. I have said that since the Netflix launch on January 6th when he went over clean on Seth Rollins, who was supposed to be his WrestleMania opponent. We thought it was supposed to be his WrestleMania opponent this year. It was supposed to be his WrestleMania opponent last year. To me, that is the only choice to win this match. It's the only option. You could maybe make a case if you want to go way off the grid and say Sami Zayn could win this and Kevin Owens could somehow win the WWE Championship. I just don't see how that's feasible. They're not taking the title off of Cody Rhodes. That's not happening. So to me, the only logical conclusion for me is CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble and he does something that he's never done in his career. Win the Royal Rumble. Go on to main event WrestleMania. And I think what's going to happen, it's become pretty clear with the last 2 years how they've built to the Royal Rumble. I think we're getting Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. And then, in terms of surprises, I could totally see a scenario, and I know we were trying to predict this last year. I could totally see a scenario where Roman Reigns is in that match, and at number 30, out comes the final boss, The Rock. I could totally see a scenario like that, and Rock ends Roman's dream of potentially becoming the WWE champion and going after Cody Rhodes again because he wants to be the tribal chief. I think that might be the way that you start off that element of the story. There's other stuff that could play out in this match. They've done a really good job of building this men's Rumble. You've got Drew McIntyre on the warpath. Drew could be an interesting winner, but he just won it 5 years ago, so I don't know if that's feasible. But to me, the most logical choice, and it has been very apparent, like I was very shaky about it, but once I saw what happened on the Netflix launch, and I've always talked about this, how you end shows matter. And the fact that he went over clean in the first big show on Netflix tells me that this is going to be the year of CM Punk. He's going to win the Royal Rumble. He's going to go to WrestleMania. He's going to probably, if he's going to face Cody Rhodes or Gunther, whoever he does, I think it's going to be Cody Rhodes based off the way that they've heavily leaned into that. I think he's going to beat Cody Rhodes. I think CM Punk, come WrestleMania time, is going to be champion again. And whether you love him or you hate him, this is a remarkable, change of pace and a change of narrative since literally a year and a half ago. This guy was fired. This guy was fired by the other place. And now he's in a position to win the Royal Rumble and go on and main event WrestleMania against one of the founding people of that company. I said it before and I'll say it again. That is if Cody and CM Punk meet in the main event of WrestleMania, that is one of the biggest indictments on AEW of all. The fact that they had both those guys in that company for 6 months, they never faced each other, and now they're going to go main event in the other place. So, but yeah, I'm really excited about this show. I've always been pumped about the Royal Rumble. Triple H Royal Rumbles haven't been as heavy on surprise. They've been more on story. Here's hoping that there's a healthy mix of that in both these matches. I think the women's match has a chance to be really unpredictable. The men's Rumble, even though, like I said, I think the obvious winner is CM Punk, they could totally go off the wall and give us something that we didn't expect. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm really excited about this. We'll have a lot of coverage here on the channel. We will have a live watch along. We will start around 5:45 Eastern, 2:45 Pacific here on the channel. Stream on here. It will be me and my sister in the peanut gallery yelling and screaming, hooting and hollering. We love the Royal Rumble. It's the best time of year. We're on the road to WrestleMania, people. Get excited. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.